Speaking of publicity, we cannot ignore this doozy. Let's turn to a little incident that happened in Hollywood this week when Will Smith got up and slapped host of the Academy Awards, Chris Rock. If you have just returned from Mars and missed this, this is what happened.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Yeah, there it was. A friend of mine told me, he said the real problem here is that Will Smith, as you saw, actually laughed at the joke. Mm-hmm. Then he turned around to his wife, who's going, oh, no, you didn't. And then he goes, oh, looks like I better go and, defend the family. And that's when he gets all high and mighty. And then he starts screaming at the top of his voice, what was it? Get your wife's name.
Get my wife's name out of your mouth. Yeah.
Darren Barnett. Who is to blame for Will Smith's wife's name being in Chris Rock's mouth? Look, 30 seconds. Blame the left or the right. I don't care.
Look, I think we've got to blame the right because if we didn't have an industry called Hollywood and called magazines and paparazzi, we wouldn't care about Will Smith and we wouldn't care what Jada Pinkett Smith has as a hairdo or otherwise. We wouldn't have the industry, in this case. We wouldn't have the Oscars and we'd be watching a blank slate.
So it's all the fault of capitalism because if we were living in a nice communist dictatorship, there'd just be lots of films about
sitting around peeling potatoes, rolling cigars, and it'd be just dandy.
That's right. And now for our main feature, industrialisation, way of future for 5-year plan. Todd Hayward, what is going on here? Who is to blame for Will Smith thinking he's on a mission from God to slap Chris Rock and then take home an Oscar?
I actually think it's the left's fault. I think they fried Will Smith's brain because Will Smith came to all of us as a trash-talking, brash, young, fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's known as one of the most bankable stars in Hollywood.
I'm not sure if that's the correct tense. Anyway, he was known.
He now doesn't know how to act because the way he's come to popularity...
Again, some people would say that is not a new thing. I'm sorry.
But it doesn't fit the template of the Me Too movement. So he started laughing, then he thought, hang on, I've done the wrong thing, and then he didn't know what to do, so he reverted to typing up and smack Chris Rock. Where does all this lead to? We've got to suspend Oscars for 5 years to see if the people are actually acting or if they actually are the character they're playing. So Kevin Spacey, was he a terrific actor who could portray dark, sexually depraved characters? No, that was him.
He's just acting.
So you suspend the Oscar until we find out if that's actually the person who's won the Oscar.
I love it very much.
We put a wall around it and let it all happen in real time at the reality TV show next to the Canberra one.
Parnell, would you expect Will Smith to defend your honour if you were... off your beautiful hair. No,
I am a little bit terrified of the way this plays out, right? So this is, and I think Todd is right here, this is about a guy who is trying to be something that he has been built up to be, and he doesn't know what he's supposed to be anymore, what's expected of him.
Yeah.
So Hollywood is this moral arbiter now for us all. They tell us from on high what we're to think. And he has just gone out and gone, well, my wife expects me to exact vengeance, I
this is the thing with actors, they're just blanks.
Right.
They are literally just blank spaces they don't know what to think. That's why they have to read other people's thoughts for them so they know what's happening in their head, and they kind of reverse engineer it. And he thinks, all right, what would Will Smith, the action hero, do?
Exactly.
He'd lay out some comedian half his size.